Hello everybody! Welcome to the stream. So you're catching us live if you're here now on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. And if you're watching later, then welcome and hopefully you enjoy whatever it is we have already gotten up to, because that would be our future. I am Little Redhead, and I will be taking you around with my little hobbit here around the Yule Festival that is happening in LOTRO right now. So it's happening for the next, let's see, today is the 24th. So 1 week from today is the 31st, and it goes through the 6th. So basically 2 more weeks, roughly, give or take a day. So, and hello to B4 sitting in the chat. So, and hello to anybody else who's hanging about. So, funny thing. Okay, so I went ahead and popped over here to pick up, ingredient crates ingredients out of the crates. And as you walk up, the specter appears and it causes your character to cower. And so sometimes when I click on the crate and then I cower, I don't get the ingredients out of the crate. So I had to stop and redo that. That is not a problem. I thought that was kind of funny though. So, all right, I'm going to send myself to Bree. Oh, you know what? I'm still wearing shiny shoes. Maybe I should just take the shoes off, because I feel like she looks weird with shoes on. Let me fix that here once we arrive. All right, so she's wearing this outfit. We're just going to hide the shoes. Not the whole outfit, please. There we go. All right, that's a little better. And then, you know what we haven't done also? So right now, because Yule Festival is on, they've got all of the Hobbit gifts have a potential to give you a Yule gift. So I'm trying to make sure I pop in here regularly, but I haven't been in every day, it's true. But let's go ahead and check a silver gift. Landscape Soldier Token. Well, that's nice. I do find those useful once in a while, but I don't have a need for that today. So we'll just pop that in our combat bucket for now. And we'll go do festival. There we go. She's not got shoes on. That's much better. I think I don't know. I mean, sending her off to the cold winter home with Yule Festival and it's all snowy and everything, I feel like she should have maybe shoes, but maybe I'll find some little slippers or something for her, because that just did not look right. You know what I mean? Now, if I had the, what's it called? The Snow Beast boots, I'd probably put those on her. But because we're on Mordor, this is the first time I've run through this festival, because, the server hasn't been around longer than that. And so I don't have all the goodies yet. So we're going to pick up the wrapper here from Mara Sandy Downs, our handy quest giver here by the fire. And now we'll go around and start picking up quests. So Guard Kember has 2. We're only going to take the Abominable Snow Beast to start. And Ona is not ready for me yet. That's fine. We'll come back. And we'll pop over to Daily Utterage, and he's got 2 quests. So Cold as Ice is the one that's down by the lake, where you disperse the wintry weather. And that one I always do with all my characters. The other one he has is a Charitable Spirit. This is one where you're donating one of your Yule tokens to the various workers that are out of work right now. So here, I'll go ahead and start. I thought I'd try to wear something, green and red today to be a little festive, because it's Christmas Eve and, it's a festive time of year. I do not have many red shirts, as it turns out. You would never guess why. So I have this burgundy shirt. I thought, well, that's good enough. Dark red. That's a nice Hollywood. Not Halloween either. Christmas color. But funny enough, it's from a convention that I used to run. So, but it's a lovely shirt. I mean, I love all the stars and stuff on it. It's a sci-fi. It was a sci-fi and fantasy convention. That was actually, it was a combined convention between 2 that year. Anyway, okay. So Charitable Spirit you give away tokens to other people. So it does cut into your, token stash. So that's something to keep in mind. And I only end up doing that one generally until I fulfill the deed. There's a hidden deed. So once I get to that point, I tend to stop doing that and I find something else to make my 10th. So, hey, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce your name, but hello. All right, we're going to pick up this one from Gareth Russell. We're going to make some mischief. And so we're going to give a coin to her. Now, I do like the coin thing because they don't run away. So that's nice. We should check on the Frostbluff Theater after we give this guy a coin. Have a coin, mister. Cool. I kind of want to give them the coins while they're, like, available, while the guys are there, because then I'm not chasing them off, and that's really handy. So, let's see. So I've got the 2 at the front to do as well, but I'm going to pick up some quests over here. We can go ahead and do the fireworks. Hello, Kato. Kato is here. Well, at least her tail is here. So before it says, it's funny how canonically hobbits do wear shoes. They seldom wear shoes. And like to indulge in 6 meals a day when they could get them. And fans are like, nope, they never wear shoes and act like they're starving if there's no second breakfast. I think hobbits just like to eat a lot. Often. Hobbits like to eat often. Did I not catch it? Oh, it did. It's paused for a moment. Hello, small cat. How are you? All right, I'm picking up both of the quests from Mabel. And we're picking up one quest, oh, wait. Current quest tidying up? Oh, well, check that action. I apparently forgot to turn that in last time. We'll pick up Empty Cake Emergency. Well, I mean, yay for having one more thing completed, but bummer because that's like 4 tokens I could have already gotten yesterday. Well, last time. And that would be 4 more tokens than today. Oh, well. Never mind. Yeah, about the hobbits never this and always that. I think it partly comes out of nuances are hard for humans to do sometimes. And I think it also comes out of like a cultural acceptance sort of thing. Like, for example, on Lorland, there's this whole side thing about how hobbits don't like to take baths. And I would say canonically that's not true. But it's an accepted part of the Lorelin lore, as it were. So I just accept it, but I point out that my Hobbit characters are from the South Farthing, and they're near the Brandywine. So, because they're very involved in farming and also orchards, though. And, oops, nope, I missed him. Bummer. The person on the hobby horse got to him before me, which means they're probably going to hit that one. Oh, they didn't. I think I need this guy, though, don't I? Yeah, I do. Cool. Have a token. I feel like I just kind of throw it at them and run. Okay, so I've gone ahead and picked up the eating quest. And I'm just kind of chilling out while I wait for it. But we have turned in one thing, so that means we can come back over here to Mara Sandy Downs because she has like a once a day sort of thing. Hey, it's one of my kinfolk. I'll wave. Hello. Anyway, yeah, we're just kind of chilling out while we're waiting for the food thing to start. Let me get in there real quick. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, take your money. Go, okay, thanks. Gotta run. Gotta go. All right, we threw a coin at him. Things are good. So this cat has been really funny lately. She will kind of like pull up on my desk and just loaf-ish, but she's like half asleep, so her eyes are half open, and she's got this look like, I really would love to sit on your lap if it was available. So let me see if I can get her to come. But the thing is, I haven't been sitting with my legs straight out in front of me as much this week as other times I have in the past. So I think she's like wishing my feet were otherwise than they are, providing her more of a nest of a cave, and I'm not providing her with the cave that I normally do. But she accepts what I have, don't you, baby? Yeah. So I went recently, I've been having back pain and pain in my hips a little bit. So I went recently and got some x-rays done to see if there's anything specific going on there. But it would appear that things are generally good. And so that's good news. And I just need to get stronger. I need to have stronger muscles in the area. So working on that. All right, I've gone ahead and eaten everything. I have 5 effects on me at the moment. 4 now, because one of them was really short, so that's nice. And so I'm going to take this time to go around and do other things. Now, let's see. Have I done... There's a deed for this of... what's it called? Cool Reception. I have done one of every type of snowman, so I can choose whichever one I want. So I'm going to do the Broken Snowman. Now, I love this one because, okay, so check it out. So all these other snowmen are like lined up right here. Like we've got the classy and the mitten wearing, the scarf wearing, and the cap wearing. And then this little guy's over here all kind of all by himself. And I love the writing on this. It says, much to Virgil's dismay, you caught the snowman out of the corner of your eye. This is clearly not Virgil's finest work, and it is a wonder that he did not try to hide what was clearly a failed endeavor. Perhaps if there are more snowmen that look like this, it might appear that Virgil did this on purpose and was crafting a new form of art far beyond the comprehension of the usual Frostbluff visitor. It appears that Virgil only used a stick and coal for this snowman, so a quick search of Frostbluff might provide you with all the needed supplies. So it cracks me up. An art form. Far beyond the average person, the average Frostbluff visitor. He's gone into avant-garde snowman making, you know? It's a whole thing. Cracks me up. Anyway, so yes. So I've gone ahead and picked up that quest because I need to pick up coal. And if I was doing any of the other snowmen, there's things as I'm wandering around that I would run across that I would need for the snowman. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my loop while I'm waiting for the food effects to wear off. Now it does mean that I am slowed as I am writing. Not the writing part is not slowed, but I can't like attack things while I'm on my horse. Sorry, my pony. Oh, I'm on a goat. While I'm on my goat. Anyway. So anyway, I am off of my goat and therefore much slower. No. We are slow. What is up? You know, I haven't restarted my computer recently. I wonder if I should do that. I should probably do that really soon because it's been acting up a little bit. All right. So, you know, after the stream, you're off your goat. It sounds like a dwarven insult. That's fair enough. Or like, you know, maybe you've had a few too many. You're off your goat. You're off your rocker. Oh yeah, we finally checked out, or I guess before had already checked into it a little bit, but I finally tried, what was it called? Return to Moria, which apparently is after, so it's in the 4th age. Oh, I just need one more. One more. There we go. Let me hit you, grouchy tree. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, it was interesting. I liked it. I was enjoying it. I don't think it'll ever be a LOTRO substitute for me. And I think what I most enjoyed out of it was the fact that we're playing together. But it was kind of fun to play a dwarf in that. I liked the there was a singing thing where basically if you're mining, because you do need to mine sometimes, because, you know, you're a dwarf. If you're mining, it can trigger like a fellowship maneuver. And you can start singing, and then it might possibly trigger then other people to start singing as well. And while you're singing, I think it's something like your gear doesn't take any damage, or there was some benefits to it. I thought, well, that's a cool idea. So that was neat. Yeah, and we're in Moria. Like we fell in. And so now we're trying to find our way back to our friends and cohorts and whatnot. But I think I don't know if I would have been enjoying it as much by myself. I was definitely enjoying it playing together. But that is not necessarily reflective of the game so much as my particular play style. I enjoy playing some games by myself, but for MMOs, and I guess, I don't know, does it count as an MMO? Feels like it. Yeah, I definitely enjoy playing with other folks. And as B4 points out, it is currently 30% off on Steam, or 36% off. Speaking though of like cool stuff on sale, LOTRO's got some stuff going on. Hang on, let me see. Sales or sale? Actually, that reminds me. I think I might do that right now. Yeah, I can do that right now. There's some travel skills that I have that are not at the 5-minute cooldown, I think, for this character. Yeah. Yeah, we need to get the rest of the travel skills. So so in December, they're doing really awesome deals throughout December. Each week, they're doing different good stuff. So this week's deal is 35% off ingredient crates, which is great because on Mordor, you know, we're still trying to collect everything. And so, I mean, my characters are spread out between 2 different kinships. And in the, I'm in the Deco Demiu kinship. And in that one, we have 2 ingredient crates already like set up for everybody in the kin. And I think they're actually open to everybody. So anybody who happens to be there can like grab them. But my other characters are in a Hobbit kinship, and they had the premium crate, but not the regular one. So I was like, well, the next time it's on sale, I'll go ahead and pick one up, you know, so that way we're just like, boom, good to go. I might pick up a premium one though, as well, and just stick it in my house. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, because the idea is that we're going to have both of them at the kin house. And so my characters who are in that kin could just pop to the kin house and grab the crates. So I'm just waiting until I have like decorating privileges, and I'll pop it in there. Because this character is not in that kinship. So I have to wait. Oh yeah, and emotes are on sale right now, 50% off. So I've managed to pick up for my my role-playing character over on Laurelyn, my main role player out there. I've picked up a couple of emotes for her. Like, oh, the drunk emote. Sometimes people will use that, and that's a useful one to have. But I got things like roar and jump, some cute ones there. Let's see, skill and slayer deed boosts. No, go there and back again. That's what I'm looking for. So I already have journeyman writing, which is fantastic. And if you don't have that, I highly recommend it. I love journeyman writing. It basically means that every time I make a new character, they have the writing skill in their inventory, and they've got the writing extra fast writing already built in, and then apprentice writing is also included as part of that. So you've got like apprentice writing, which gives you something. Journeyman writing makes you go fast, and then you also get smell the roses in case you want to slow down, like if you're traveling with people who don't have that and you don't want to outrun them. And then you get the writing skill. I think maybe that comes with apprentice for every one of your characters. So I love that because I love being able to just like every time I make a new character, like whenever a new server opens, I have a tendency to make a new character. And whenever that happens, then I can just automatically, they can start writing as soon as they're out of the intro. It makes me so happy. But the Hurried Traveler, so there's 3 of these. There's the Hurried Traveler. Oh, I forget what the other ones are. But there's basically 3 different traveler skills. And so this one reduces recovery time on milestone skills by 30 minutes. So this takes care of milestones. So all of your travel skills start at 1 hour, 60 minutes. And you can get one of the skills that brings it down by 30 minutes. And you can get another skill that brings it down by 25 minutes. So combined, they bring it down to a total of 5 minutes. Thank you. Hurried Traveler, Expedient Traveler, and Returning Traveler. So once you have all 3 of those, all of your traveling skills are 5 minutes cooldown. So I like to pick these up when they're on sale because that just makes me happy to buy things on sale. So we're going to go ahead and buy that for this character because this is my main character on this server and I want her to have all of that. Now, I'm also wondering, let's get out of here. The other thing is this week's code, is that listed there? It's not. How do I don't know if Moobot has a thing, is to give you 5 free steel keys. So the steel keys are the ones that you use to open those coffers that you can get on the landscape. And it's, they don't go on sale often. Well, sometimes they go on sale, but even still, anyway, you get you get 3 when your characters reach 3rd anniversary, and you get, I think it's 1 at like the 7th anniversary, and then that's it. So the fact that they're giving away 5 of those for free is like amazing. So, okay, so I wanted to also check, let's look at my skills, and how do I collapse you? I guess I just have to do one by one. No, there it is. Boom. Milestone skills, I have 2. Okay, so I definitely want to buy another milestone for her because, so the max milestones you can get is like 11 or 12. And so I do have some characters with whom I have purchased all of them. And I find it useful. But I'm going to go ahead. Okay, milestone 3, it's right here. So that'll be 245. Yeah, we'll do that. Cool. Now the question is, do I want to go ahead and get 4 for her? I'll sit on that for a couple days and see what I think. Now, I use Travel Window too, and it did pop up automatically, but sometimes it does not. I think but it could be so they've updated the code. But if it doesn't show up automatically, if you get a new skill and it doesn't show up automatically, you can right click on it and it says check untrained skills, and then it would show up in your in that list. So now I have an unused, unbound milestone skill. So I gotta figure out where I want to put that. I've been drinking some chai tea, and the one that I usually drink, I'm almost out of, and I had bought another one to check it out, and I don't like it as much. And I often put honey in it, but I've been eating so many sugary treats lately that I haven't needed honey in my tea of late. But I just didn't put any honey in this one, and now I'm kind of like, you could have used some. Okay, Onake is still sitting here waiting for me to come back after having eaten off of her tables. Now, I am, oh, nice frame. I'm taking a look to see if there's anybody else down there who is doing the food challenge and the eating challenge. And that person appears to be so. Let's see. Are they going to eat something? Yes, they are. I had a feeling they were doing the same thing as me. So I'm going to hang out here and wait a moment. and let them, now I have them clicked. So, oh, they've got a horribly ill, oh, they started with the drink. Why would you do that? I always do the drink last. If there's a drink available, I always do it last because it can clear the rest of your stuff. I guess if you do it first, then the effect is gone by the time you're going to the next table. But what I do is I hop on my horse like that, or pony. And so I don't have to worry about the movement debuffs. Okay, to get to the next table. All right, well, I am going to go ahead and travel behind that person. So my timer has begun, and I must go, go, go. Now, let's see, we got some mushrooms. So mushrooms and berries are the best. Eggs are the middle. And pies and breads are the worst. How many is that? 3? All right, we'll do a 4th one, and then we'll do the drink. And hope for the best. Oh, now there's berries on the table. Oh, well, that's fine. And nope, bad stuff. Oh, well, that's okay. So I've got 24 seconds before I run out of time here. Given that there's somebody ahead of me, I'm going to pause just a few seconds. Okay, now we're going to go. Gotta go, go, go. All right, some berries. Sounds great. And some more berries. We'll go ahead and do these eggs. Once the tables get down low enough, they tend to refill, and sometimes that's how you can get like a drink to show up. So I'm kind of like trying to wait just a little bit. Nope, it refilled with berries and stuff. That's fine. I'll do the berries. They're the best for time. When I'm talking about best, I'm talking about time problems. So I'll just show you real quick. We've got a -1% run speed. That's the berries. So that ain't so bad, right? So it goes berries, mushrooms, pie, eggs. Berries, mushrooms, eggs, and then pie, and then bread. Bread is the worst. Now, sometimes I'll do a bread just like, especially if I'm at the first table and I know I'm going to wander off if I don't get the drink to clear my stuff. I'm like, I don't care. I'll eat the bread. I don't mind. The thing you have to be careful of is when you are at this point and the things are starting to build up and build up and build up, it affects your induction bar. So I'm eating this pie and it's taken me a little while. Whereas if I don't have so many debuffs on me, then I eat faster. So that's where you run into problems because you're like, I need to eat faster, but I can't because I'm all, you know, with all these debuffs. So you saw how long it took me to eat those berries. That took a while. Otherwise, I would eat the bread down here. I wouldn't care. But I don't have the time to wait to eat all the bread. All right, we're going to grab eggs, but, oy. Oh, good, there's some mushrooms. That'll help. Because I have 37 seconds and I need to eat 3 things, including the one I'm on. So, okay, so now I need 2 things. So 8 mushrooms. Mushrooms took like more than 5 seconds. Oh, eggs. We can get the eggs. Quickly with the eggs. That's fine. I think we'll make it. We have 18 seconds and I need to talk to that guy. 13, 12, 11. Talk to the guy. Whew. We were down below 10 seconds there, I think. But yay, we made it. All right, and then all the debuffs are gone as soon as you finish it. So that's nice. All right, so now we'll get on with the other stuff. So over here in this corner, since I've picked up a whole bunch of quests, I've got things that relate to 3 different quests going on over here. But I kind of like to do that. I collect all the quests and then I can just kind of make a circle and do things. So right now I'm baking bread and that is for the stuffing, the stuffed that is over with, what's her name at the bottom of the stairs? Because with her, Mabel, you have to collect berries, which we do by the frosty area. We have to bake 3 loaves of bread. We just did that. We have to pick up chicken eggs. So we did that when we went by the chickens. And then we had to pick mushrooms. That was in the mushroom tent. The coal is right here, so I've grabbed that for my snowman. And then we have these kegs here, and this is for the empty keg emergency. So we can run this over to the keg, but not while the watcher's there. So we'll just wait a minute for him to wander off. That person just ate a bunch of food. All right, cool. Back to the whole MMO discussion. So before I had said, I think any game which has a practical cap on the number of simultaneous players in the double digits cannot count as an MMO. For instance, up to 10 players can connect to a Valheim server. In theory, this is multiplayer, but not massively so. Yeah, okay. All right, so we are going to finish this. So how many people can play together in the Returning to Moria game? I don't know. Hey, I leveled. Woot woot. I often will use Festival as a way to level my characters. So in fact, I have... Okay, so I've got 2 minds here of the things I'm trying to do. I want to level this character, and I also, let me turn these in. Okay, Cold as Ice, and Gareth Rust, making mischief, done. Here, let's pop into the theater and see if the theater is happening at the moment. Either they're getting ready to start, or we're the only one here. So I'm working on the legendary item reward track. And because Angmar and Mordor just went to the Moria expansion, we just got that early this month. Then I got this character through, and I got this one, and I have another character who's level 50, and both of them went and got their legendary items. So anytime they're doing any quest at the festival or any other on-level quests, they're earning legendary item experience. So that's great, because then I'm already up to into box number 12 on the server, which is cool because I'm not doing any questing with those characters. I mean, they're literally just doing festival. So I kind of want to use those 2 characters through the festival as much as I can, because I want that LI experience. On the other hand, I have a level like 25 character, and I would like to level her, but I don't want to quest with her. I just want to level her through festivals, because once she's leveled, then I would go and run her into Moria and get her legendary items also, and then I'd have 3 characters I could use to work on getting LI experience during festivals. So it's kind of a, balancing act, and I have not been on here as much. So, all right, the dude just said it's going to be 3 minutes, which is to say they need to gather people for the theater. So that isn't going to happen because I am 1 character and we need 3. So let's go build a snowman. So B4 says the internet suggests up to 8 players with the PC version of Return to Moria. Yeah, that doesn't feel very large MMO style. It feels, so I know when it first came out, some of the hobbits that I hang out with were excited and went and checked it out, and they played together. And so I think that makes sense. So it's almost like you need to have a group of people that you play with in order to take them over there to play together. So yeah, I could see. So it seems like the kind of thing like I could dabble in it a little bit, but it feels like LOTRO is definitely like where I'm going to spend more of my time. There's more of a community here, and I really enjoy that. All right, Mara, I have done 10 things today. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. 6 days, she says. She rummages around in a small bag of gifts before handing you a large one. Well, thanks, Mara. You're so nice. Okay, so there's a couple of quests I haven't done, so I could do them to earn more festival tokens, and I might do that. One of them is taking his quest of shooing people away. There are enough people running around in Frostbluff right now that I don't feel particularly like I want to do that. Not a fan. So we're going to go do something else. We're going to go to Bree, and we'll do the horse races. So we could do the pony race and Bree, and we can do the one in the Shire. Those will give us festival tokens. And then I think that'll put me about halfway through my stream, I think. And so then maybe I'll just switch characters, and we'll do the whole thing with my elf, because I haven't run her through in the last few days. So I've been really good about taking Rose and Bloom through. That's who this is right here. So she's on target to do the wrapper quests, to make it through on the wrapper quests. The other two are maybe a little further behind on that, so I'll need to maybe work on them a little more anyway. But so I've been distracted though by a couple of other things and have not been in LOTRO quite as much. Oof, that was a little rough. Let me zoom in a little bit. I find that if there's like any lag or whatever going on during the pony race, that if I zoom in a little bit more, it seems to struggle less. I think it's got less to load, basically. You know, it's not trying to load the entire landscape, just what's in front of me. But I am going quickly, because I'm a fast hobbit on this pony, let me tell you. Boy, oh boy. All right. So yeah, a couple of distractions. So we're making blankets as a community. Our little village is making a bunch of blankets to go into a charity giveaway that happens later on in January. Yay, we won the pony race. Sorry, the Breefield's Yule Run. We completed that. All right, so let me pop over to my house, which is, oh, check it out. I've got which one is this? It looks like I'm packing a little bag. I love it. It is one of the travel skills. Oh, I think it's the Rohan one. It's one of the more recent ones, I think. Let me double check. Hang on. I have Whimsy. Merc? No, it's not Merc. It's not Whimsy. Yo, what am I doing? Does it tell me? Okay, now I've forgotten. Hang on. It's into the emotes, in the emotes collection. And it's called Milestone. It's always called Milestone something. So there's Milestone Default, Milestone Mirkwood, Milestone Pack. It is acquired from the Legacy of Morgoth Collector's Edition or Ultimate Fan Bundle. There we go. Use Milestone Default to turn off this style. Well, hang on. I'm going to toss this out here. So what I've been doing... Oh, it's right there. Hi. So I've got the movements in this column, and then I have the milestones in this column. I got put in the wrong column. That's all. So we've got Move Whimsy, which is the skipping one. I like that one a lot. And then Move Mirkwood. You know what? We don't necessarily need that on there. Because now we've got Move Defender. But I put these on here though because sometimes it's fun to just show them off. So it looks like you're running while carrying a sword, is what that one is. And then Move Mirkwood, it's like you're sneaking. Sounds funny. And then Move Whimsy is the skipping one, which I really like. Here's a funny thing though. Let's see, do I have Move Skip on? I don't think I do I? Let's put the Whimsy on. So you look like you're skipping when you're running, but when you're walking, it's like you're holding a staff. Oh, sorry, Snowman. And then when you stop, it's like you're holding it like Gandalf, which is cute and fun, but not ideal when I'm role-playing. So I tend to not have my skip on when I'm role-playing, because if I'm walking, I don't want that to happen. Anyway, here's my house. Yay, cute little house. I do have a broken snowman in the yard now and a cute snowy tree. So 2 things that you can earn from quests in this game, which I am appreciative of. This one you can get from a series of quests that you do in the Shire. It's a once ever or once a year. It's definitely not more than once a year. Sorry, just noticing the windows there. That's cool. Anyway, and then that one you can get from well, from doing the deed, actually, not quest, but that one's from doing all the different snowmen, building each one of the different snowmen deed. So, cool. Why am I here again? Oh, yeah, because we're going to go do the run. Hello. Let's go here. Now, would this milestone be useful to me for any reason? No, but I know the one that would be. We'll come back to that. The place where the crates are for the kinship that Rosenblum is in, the deco, the kinship house is far from where the crates are. But the house where the crates are is not far from the entrance. So I could just set that as a milestone for now until I have something else I need it for. I often will have a milestone set to Calendim or Dulin because that's really handy for festivals. There's some extraneous festival stuff you can do in this one also. There's a couple of people by the party tree that have quests, like somebody dropped a bunch of stuff and they want you to go pick it up, like ribbons and boxes and stuff like that. And what's the other one? Like, oh, get apples at apple doors or something. Maybe we'll go check that in a minute. I'm not terribly inspired by the quests that you do, basically, in the outlying areas. And so I don't know. I just like having one central area. Ooh, I almost missed that one. I like having one kind of central place where I can just do all my questing and not have to bip from one place to another. I don't mind doing the races because it's quick and simple. Like, that didn't take very long. But the other outlying quests take a while. And I guess it's also because I like that central questing idea because like I just did up in Frostbluff, right? Like, I went and picked up all these different quests and then I just made a loop and fulfilled them all. And I think I prefer doing that versus like picking up 2 quests and they're in totally different directions and it takes a while. So while I can appreciate them for the flavor text, they don't particularly inspire me to go and do. Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick before I forget is, okay, we're going to travel to our kinship house. So this kinship is like into the house, the elven housing, which is lovely, but it's not quite my style. So when we first started, okay, so that's our kinship house up there. And the idea is that because it's a housing decorating kinship, any of us can go and decorate the house with whatever we end up with, and we can enjoy trying out different things and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting as we, go forward. But when we first started, your kinship has to be 3 months old before you can buy a kin house. So we all just bought little houses, in various places throughout the neighborhood. And then we could at least all get together to get to the ingredient crates. Okay, so the crates I'm looking for are at that house over here. I just automatically started going there. Those are the crates, and with that scary, scary guy. Ooh, Spectre is scary. It's the unwelcome mat, the Spectre of the Forsaken Reaver. You get the feeling that this mat was not intended to welcome visitors. So I'm gonna go out here. That's Farothale. So I'm gonna do 2 different things. I'm gonna find Farothale. I'm gonna star it. So next time I come here, all I have to do is do that. And it's like, that's the one I want. All right, and then I am going to find the milestone. Must be up the hill here. There it is. Oh, you know what? I'm going to turn myself around. So here's a fun little trick we discovered. However you are standing when you bind yourself to the milestone, that's how you will appear when you use the milestone. So, okay, it just went kafloof. So here, let me show you, because I don't think I'm going to do anything. So here, I'll use the milestone to get to Thalathorn, Heirloom. Yeah, okay. So we're going to show up here in a second. Hey, boring streamer, welcome. I'm doing only daily and keg in Yule, then change character and the same 2 quests. Easy lazy. That's funny. Yeah, check that out. Isn't that cool? So I landed like that. And then I just go zoom straight forward. So, yeah, we discovered that one day. I think because Before and I both bound to a milestone, but we were standing at different places. And then we came back into that same place not long after. And we were like, wait a minute. That's weird. Because we just always assume that, you know, you bind to a milestone and it's like, I don't know, some sort of thing. Like when you appear at Bree, right? Like, this is my hunter travel to Bree. And it's always puts me at the same place in the same orientation. And next level, bind milestone and jump. I don't know if you could do that. But yeah, so like hunter travel always drops you off right here, right? Like I can't choose to come in facing a different way or be anywhere else. If you have the Men of Bree reputation, I think it drops you like here. Because what I've noticed is I had gotten used to the Men of Bree reputation, and as soon as I would port in, I would just start running, and I would go straight through the door. I wouldn't have to do anything. I wouldn't think about it, any of that. But then I've been playing hunters so much, and so I poured in as the hunter, and it's like here, and I just start running, and then I'm like, oh, I run into the gate. I need to do something about that. So I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're good. Oh, I didn't open my little sack of presents from Mara. Okay, it was 150 marks. All right, that's cool. All right, so I think we're going to call her good for the day. So, bye, Rosenblum. We'll see you later. And we will switch over to another one of my characters in a moment here. Boring streamer. Probably we can, you think, but I guess character spawn on servers way faster than clients. We literally don't see if he spawns in the air. Yeah. So I don't know how that would work out. That's a really interesting edge case. Maybe that's something you would want to test out before. To see about if you bind, can you bind to a milestone while you're in? The thing is, okay, and the reason why I would say maybe he could do it and not me, I don't click that fast. So if I was trying to jump in the air, click the milestone, and then bind it really fast, I would be on the ground by the time I'd finish that routine. But Before is a fast clicker and could possibly do that. Have to see if you can. Maybe that's something you'd want to do during your stream. We'll find out. So right after me, by the way, so I'm streaming. I stream for about 2 hours, and then after me streams Before. So if you haven't seen him before, you'll get to see him after me. And he does a number of the LOTRO plugins. He does a lot of development on those, and so he'll be doing his stream called Plugging Along after I'm done. And he gets more into kind of like the nitty gritties of things and like underlying edge cases and yeah, understanding sometimes what's going on underneath things. Did I do the same thing again? Did I forget to turn in a quest down here? Oh no. Okay, so I'm going to pick up Empty Keg Emergency, but I won't pick up Tidying Up just yet because you can't have Tidying Up and, what is it, Biggest Stomach of them all? You can't have both of those at the same time, and I'd rather get Biggest Stomach of them all if it's a possibility. Because you have to wait for that one, so if it's possible to have it, I'd like to go ahead and get it out of the way first, and then do the Tidying Up. All right, let's start giving some tokens away. Because I'm basically doing the same things as I did with the previous character. Oh yeah, we'll check the theater, see if anybody's in there. I'm going to guess no. Yeah, so Before says it's worth trying since you can have the window up and just jump as you click. Oh good, the theater's up. Yay. Man, maybe I should come back with Rosenbloom. So I tend to tooltip off the people who are on stage to make it easier for me to click on them. I've noticed tooltips, the hover over, isn't lasting as long as normal, which I think is weird. Like, usually you could hover over something and it just stays there. Now it seems like it disappears really fast, so I'm trying to get a little faster at clicking. Anyway, so before it says, but in the time it takes to load in, you'd probably fall before your screen updated. Other people might be able to see you load in jumped, though. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Are we ready? And who's that over here? Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay. Flower petals. I'm still doing the flower petals and the rotten fruit, so I'm actually paying attention to that part, because I'm still working on those deeds. So Boring Streamer says, yes, other players can see it, but probably server will update Z coordinates faster than other clients. See character model. Anyway, the bottom line is it's a funny idea, and it might be worth trying at some point. Let's see, not that person, probably that one. Probably. Yay, more flower petals. Okay, that's fine. Eventually, I've got to get rid of some of these rotten fruit. Yay, I've just filled tier 2 on the Frostbluff flower petals. I'm now petal pusher. Oh, Cynthia petals. Okay, cool. Bilbo has an announcement. Hopefully he'll get it wrong so I can throw fruit. He's laughing. Yay, thank you. Yay, fruit guy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've started trying to, because my characters have gotten the get it right on, I've started doing that. So now I'm trying to start work on the getting it wrong at least once. So I can get the laughing stock, because that, you have to have all the different titles in order to finish a deed. So I'm trying to work on all the different titles. So I am starting to do things wrong. And I also figure that helps the audience, because you often have people who are new at the festival trying to get it right, you know, so they can get the titles and stuff. But it makes it harder to then, you know, get rid of your rotten fruit. All right, so working on tier 3, which will give me 8 festival tokens, so that's nice. I've got the petal pusher. Do I have Forsaken no more, but sure, we'll be a petal pusher. That sounds great. All right, deed completed. That's right, we already knew about that. And remote quest is that. So Hanona pops into the stream and asks, hey, how long is the 100% XP for VIPs going to last? Oh, you know what? Cordovan was just talking about that. I was watching Court of the Rings. It's up on YouTube. So you can catch it there, because I missed it live, so I was catching up. And he did say how long it was going to be, but I don't remember. Is it in the LOTRO schedule? He posts a public events schedule. Let's see, LOTRO. So what I often do is I'll just do a browser search, LOTRO schedule, and what I'm looking for is this darling that Cordovan keeps up to date. Oh, before I posted it, thank you very much. And it says near the bottom, VIP event boost, December 24th at 10 a.m. through December 30th at 3 a.m. So that basically means it's through the 29th, because 3 a.m. is like the end of the day, basically. So you have through the 29th to get bonus VIP for that. I wonder if that applies to these servers. Does it say up there? No, this is steadied. That says subscriber buffs. That says, there we go, recognition. Hey, there's a guy. Hang on, I want to give him a coin real quick if I can. No! no, they sent him away. You awful people. Or maybe they were giving him a job back. I don't know. That's right. I'll get my one thing from Mara. Oh, I just missed the eating. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll go ahead and do the cleaning up then real quick. We'll just get that out of the way. Tidying up. Tidying up. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the VIP thing. So recognition. Thank you for being a VIP and your continued support of LOTRO. 100%, sorry, plus 100% experience gain on monster kills, crafting, quest completions. Ooh, that's probably a festival too then. Legendary item and mounted combat XP. Oh yeah, extra legendary XP. Yes, please. Earned crafting experience is increased by 25% and also plus 25% mark acquisition. Well, that's nice. Oh, thanks for the reminder. Then I will probably have to make sure I get myself in here on a more regular basis over the next few days. Because that's one of the things I'm trying to do. Thanks for popping up and asking that question, Hanona. Nah. You know, it's funny. So we're in the Netherlands and we're learning Dutch. And sometimes there's like a single letter, single vowel, and sometimes there's two vowels together. And when they do that, you have more of a longer sound. So like M-A-N and M-A-A-N. So it's man and man. And I tell you, when I first started out, it's like that meme, like it's the same thing. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. And V and W both sound like Faye to me. So there's Faye and Vey, Vey. And I'm like, that's F and V and W. And they all sound the same to me. Well, F sounds a little different. I can tell the difference generally between F, but I cannot tell the difference between V and W. Boring Streamer says, how many languages do you know? Not that many. English is my first language, so pretty proficient at that. I like to hope so. We're in the Netherlands, so we're learning Dutch, and I would say we have like a basic proficiency. So languages, here's a quick little aside. Languages are often figured out at different levels. So you've got like 0, like you don't know basically anything. And then there's A1, and then A2, then B1, B2, C1, C2. And when you get to C2 level, you're pretty much fluent. You can have conversations in like complicated things like emotions. You could do poetry. You could write books. You could talk about politics. Like the more complicated, nuanced things you can accomplish when you're in the C level. The A level category I went into is kind of more your basics, like, hi, my name is, I live at, here are the directions to get from here to there, you know. Can you tell me where to find how to get to the grocery store? So basic daily life things, but you're not too far in terms of conversational. Like you can do basic conversation. And then once you get into the B levels, then that's more of like being able to hold a conversation, like a meaningful conversation. And that's where we are. Before and I, are in the B2 level. Oh yeah, and he's put the link there, which kind of goes over what I just mentioned. So yeah, so we're in the B2 level. So we're able to hold conversations. We're able to understand a lot, but not always. But like when I'm hanging around with Dutch people and they're speaking Dutch, I may not understand everything that they're saying. Like I don't necessarily understand every word, but I understand kind of like the gist of what they're talking about. But the more complicated things elude me. So for example, today I was talking with some people and somebody was talking about how they have a family member who's in the hospital and I didn't understand the details. I understood in general, like, what the illness was, but I didn't understand the details of how they ended up there, how long they had been there. Like, I'd missed some things because a lot of times when you're talking about stuff, you use a lot of, like, kind of common speech, right? Like, you don't necessarily say, you know, today I walked to the store. It took me 5 minutes. Like, you just wouldn't say that, right? You'd be like, yeah, I went to the store. It was about 5 minutes. Like, so you tend to, yeah, you just use your daily speech, and it's not necessarily, you know, the way you learn how to speak in a classroom. So that's kind of where we're at, is blending that, what we have learned in the classroom, with being able to understand people, like, you know, in the real world. So I would say that we know Dutch, but I would not say that I would not say we're 100% fluent. So yeah, that's a good way to put it. A is a basic user, B level is independent user, and C is proficient user. Yeah, B4 says, my problem is non sequiturs. If someone is explaining the rules to a board game, I might be able to follow along. If someone comes up to me and says something, I might or probably have trouble intuiting what it is they're talking about because I wasn't expecting it. I think so he and I have had slightly different experiences because, like, I'm volunteering, he's doing stuff other places. Like our volunteering is different, and also the way we just learn is different. I really learn a lot better if I can put things into use and play with them. So I'm often playing with words, and people are like, no, that's not how this works. But I'm like, hey, A, B, that seems to be that this would be C. And they're like, I can see how you get there. Sure, sure. So it took me a while before I was, like, comfortable with daring, before I was brave enough, as it were, to, you know, to try to speak Dutch. Because when you're learning a language, you sound like an idiot. And you make so many mistakes. And, I mean, the whole point of speech is to be understood and to communicate. And I'm like, I can't communicate because I'm not saying it in a way that people understand me. Like, sometimes you go somewhere, like a store or whatever, and you try to speak Dutch. This is early on, especially. And they hear you and you're like, hi, would like game, please. And they're like, oh, do you speak English? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, and then the rest of the conversation's in English. Because I understand how it can be kind of painful to try to engage with somebody in a language where they're just not, yeah, it's just, it can be painful. I get it. But I think we're at a point now where that's happening less and less often. So that's nice. That we have people who are like, can we just not in this language? It's, we'll try it in your language. It's fine. Now, back in, like, you know, high school, I took a number of different foreign languages because I find them really fascinating, and I like seeing, they're like puzzles to me, and I like seeing how the different puzzles get put together and comparing them, and seeing the commonalities, but seeing the differences, and, you know, seeing how, like, does that connect to the culture in some way, and that sort of thing. Anyway, so I did, the language I took the most of was French. So before we were doing Dutch, if I was trying to think of a word and it wasn't in English, my brain would automatically go to French. Occasionally I still do that, where I can't remember the word in English and I can't remember the word in Dutch, but my brain goes to French. So that's really kind of funny. Oh wow, Boring Streamer says, I know English, B1, B2, nice, but my grammar is not that great, and my first language, Ukraine, and second language is Russian. Hardest part is differences in how sentences build, yes, on your language and English. So I did actually take some Russian back in the day, and I found it fascinating because it seemed to me Yes, it is constructed differently. I agree. Than English. English is messy. Like that's my opinion on it, is that I am really grateful that English is my first language, because I would hate to try be learning this language as a second language, or yeah, because English is a mess. And it's like it's got rules, but we don't always follow the rules, and sometimes the rules are different, and like it's all over the place. Um Whereas Russian seemed like it was pretty straightforward, and like the exceptions were consistent. This is a long time ago, but what I remember, like there's like a yevo, like e, like, and it's written like ego, but it's always pronounced evo, and it was always like that. I was like, okay, I can appreciate that. That like you have an exception, but you always follow that exception. I can work with that. And yeah, I don't know. And the conjugation of things, it seemed very simple. Now it's been a long time. I can't remember much of it anymore, but it just, yeah, it seemed like it was a pretty straightforward language, and I liked that. And it's also, I find it fascinating now that we're here and we have met a lot of people from a lot of different countries, because we are, learning Dutch, and who is learning Dutch in the Netherlands but people who are not from here. So we are making friends or spending time in class with people who are also, learning Dutch from other places, from coming from another language. Oh, I got the giant one! Yay! It's the giant version of the Broken Snowman. Cool. Anyway, so every so often we run into people from Ukraine, and I'm always fascinated about the fact that they are always fluent in both Ukrainian and Russian. It's like, yeah, so like that's just kind of like a default. I am just agog at how many people in Europe are fluent in multiple languages. Like that's just kind of the norm. And it amazes me. I think it's fantastic. I think it's really good to be able to communicate in lots of different ways. Because I come out of the U.S. where you basically have one language and everybody uses English pretty much, and there's not really a lot of like opportunity to use other languages if you want to. So like I really enjoyed learning French, and I really enjoyed learning Russian actually, and would have enjoyed having more opportunity to use them. But there's not a lot of folks, like you don't go to the grocery store and use anything other than English. Now there's some Spanish speaking that happens, especially I'm from Colorado, and there's a lot of Hispanic people in Colorado and in that southwest part of the United States. And so you would run into like parts of town where all the billboards were in Spanish and everybody spoke Spanish, and all that sort of thing. But it wasn't easy to like use it on a daily basis unless you lived in that neighborhood. So El Cabida Fromage says, hello, amigos. Hello. I like your mix of languages there. That's fun. So, anyway, yeah, I find, oh man, a little jaggedy there. I find languages really fascinating, and I am interested. So there's a lot of people in the Netherlands who are from Turkey or speak Turkish in the Netherlands. And so that seems like a really strong, a lot of people here. So Turks and Arabic, Turkish and Arabic would be probably a good next language to learn here, because a lot of folks have also come out of Arabic speaking countries. I did do a little bit, like I dabbled in Arabic back in high school. We had an after school club because one of the teachers just happened to know it and was interested in teaching anybody who would listen. But I haven't used it in so long. I remember hardly like a pair of phrases, and that's about as good as I've got. So, oh yeah, here's another one of the milestone skills. Check this out. It looks like you're being encircled by a dragon made of smoke that came out of your pipe. Isn't that cool? Well, Alkabita Fromsh. You says, I want to learn Russian. Well, you should hook up with the Boring Streamer there, because they know Russian. So Boring Streamer says, I'm randomly learning English while I use it on the internet. Yeah, I tell you, my Dutch got a little bit better when people were trying to speak Dutch to me in Lord of the Rings Online. I was like, oh crap, I gotta know these words. Gotta go faster. I remember a moment when I watched YouTube, like, in any basic earlier the day and was like, oh wait, did I just understand everything? Wow, I probably know English now. That's awesome. Yeah, I love when you find those steps. I remember I got to a point where, like, I would hear something and understand it, and then a moment or two later go, wait a minute, that was in Dutch. I understood it. I didn't have to translate that. I understood. Or being at the point where you're like, you try to say something and you don't translate it in your head, it just automatically comes out and it's correct. I have a lot of stuff that comes out that's not correct, but that's okay. It's close. But yeah, it's very exciting when you just start saying things without having to think about it, and I love that. So I'm feeling good about my Dutch journey at the moment, but I know there's still more that I'd like to accomplish. But yeah, learning English, I guess, on the other hand, there are so many resources in the sense of if you want to listen to music, or if you want to watch TV, or if you want to watch movies, like, there's a ton of stuff in English. It's a very English-dominated media. A lot of them are. So, got a lot of options there. Like, I would love to watch more Bollywood, but, like, where do I go on YouTube or Nebula or wherever to watch Bollywood stuff, right? But if I want to watch anything in English, plenty of that. Not a problem. Okay, so we have done, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I just realized I should check to see if I have decorating privileges, and if so, I can go ahead and drop this box off. So let me check on that real quick, because I have a crate. Oh, let me open that up. Medallions. Oh, actually, hang on. Is she a poison? Yeah. Did you happen to give me one of my... Okay. Oh, where am I trying to go? Where is my house? I think it's in Appledale. Let's try that. So Boring Streamer is, let's see. Okay, so Alkabide asks, what class are you playing? This character is a Mariner. I thought I would enjoy playing Mariner, and I would say I'm not hating it. But it was really easy for me to play at lower levels, and at higher levels, I still don't quite understand it. Hang on. So, Alcador short. Okay, Alka for short. All right, Alka. Yeah. So anyway, my main is usually a hunter. I like playing a hunter. That is generally my go-to character, go-to class. Hang on, let me grab this crate out of my inventory. And then let's find out. Yes, I do. Okay, groovy. Inside or outside? Oh, and boring streamer. Okay, I want to come back to this also, because boring streamer says what's really exciting is how fast kids how fast kids learn new languages when they live in a new country. Yes and no. Okay, so here's my take on that. When you are a kid, okay, hang on a second. When you're a kid, you don't have a job. You don't have other things. You don't have to worry about paying the rent or the mortgage. You're not like distracted by other things. So the only thing you got going on is like learning languages or, well, communicating. Communicating is a big thing, right? You want to learn, you want to know how to communicate. Let me scoot this over a little bit. So I don't think it's necessarily that kids learn faster than kids are exposed to it and are able to make it their primary way of being, if that makes sense. Okay, good. Yeah. Yay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so like before it points out, if my full-time job was learning Dutch and using Dutch to do all of my activities, I probably have faster results too. Exactly, right? Like if I was streaming in Dutch and all the streamers were communicating to me in Dutch and all the chat was in Dutch and like everybody on the street I talked to was talking to me in Dutch, and I went to school for 8 hours a day and it was all in Dutch. You know, if I went to work for 8 hours a day and it was all in Dutch, I probably would know more than I do at this point, because like that would be all I would be doing, right? It'd be it's all Dutch all day. So I think, yes, maybe kids learn fast, but I think kids have more opportunity and also more incentive in a way, because as adults, we can find ways to communicate while we're learning the language. But like a kid hanging out with a bunch of other kids and all these kids are speaking something that you don't know, you are highly incentivized to catch up and understand them, because that's your, you know, that's what you want to hang out, you want to talk, you want to play, you want to do stuff. So I think that also, like, we ran into a situation when we were early on, like the first couple months we were here, and so a lot of Dutch people speak English, but not everybody does. And we are, so by the coast, like where Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague, all that area is, there's a lot of English speaking there. But as you get further east, like towards Germany, there's less English speaking. It's not as prevalent. There's still a lot, but it's not everybody. So we were at the grocery store, and so we live out in the east, and we were at the grocery store, and oh, actually, hang on, let me alt out of here. Anyway, so we were at the grocery store, and there was some problem with the checking out that was going on, and we didn't understand what the woman was trying to say to us, because she only spoke Dutch. She didn't speak English. And so she basically ended up calling over a younger coworker, manager, something, to communicate with us, who could speak with us in English. So after that experience, we were both like, because we were frustrated. I was embarrassed because I'm like, I'm holding up the line. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't have the skills to figure this out. I just felt like really out of my depth. And that incentivized me to work harder at being able to communicate at minimum at the grocery store in a way that I would hopefully understand what was going on if something happened. So yeah, so I think how motivated you are to learn based on, you know, perhaps being in a situation that can also have an impact. And I think kids find themselves in a situation where they are incentivized to catch up as quickly as possible because all the other people around them of their age at school are speaking that other language, and they want to be understood and they want to understand what's going on. So I think they've got a strong incentive, whereas we've been able to coast along on what we call easy mode because so many people speak English here. We're able to just be like if we don't know the word, half the time I'll just use an English word and they know what I'm talking about. Or sometimes I'm struggling to explain myself in Dutch, and the person I'm talking to will be like, just tell me in English. So we have it easy as opposed to some of our like co-classmates who, you know, are maybe in a situation where their primary language is Arabic, and not all of the teachers or the people around here are fluent in Arabic. I would say it's not a highly prevalent language. All right, let's see. I want to go to the Breeland Festival grounds. Let's do that. Okay, so Alka is asking about what class to pick. We kind of skipped past that, so let me just go back to that. You want to start LOTRO, but you don't know which class to pick. You're torn between Hunter, Champion, and Bjorn. So, picking a class is kind of like a little bit personal. I find I play differently though in different games. So we've been playing Valheim, for example, and there's some distance stuff you can do there. You can shoot arrows. We've recently gotten in some, before definitely has gotten into, there's some magic users type stuff where you can definitely hit things at a distance. But I find in Valheim, I just put on some good armor and I just walk up to things and I start hitting them. And so I'm very melee oriented in that game. I also played that way in other games that I played previous to LOTRO. I didn't play a lot of games, but a lot of MMOs, I should say. I played a lot of games, a lot of MMOs, but not a lot of MMOs before LOTRO. And so melee was kind of my default because I just it seemed like I, you know, would get results. And that's nice to see that happening right in front of your face, right? So I started with a melee character. I started with Champion in LOTRO. I wanted to be Gimli. I thought that would be cool. So I was a dwarf. I was a champion, you know, running up to people, bopping them on the head. And before was playing a hunter. And the thing that would happen is I would go to run up and hit things, and his hunter will have it already taken care of by the time I got there. So I was like, well, I want to be able to hit things and have them fall over before I get there too. This sounds like a great idea. But I thought, well, I had been playing in a role-playing campaign, a Pathfinder campaign, and I'd been playing a bard. And again, it was a bit of a change for me because a lot of times I was playing, you know, melee characters there too. And so here I am just like, you know, shouting to my cohorts, and I'm like, I'm not doing any damage when I attack something. Well, and before was like, well, hey, think of it this way, that this inspiration, here I'm going to come back, that you are providing to the other characters, that's giving them all, you know, +1, 2, 3, whatever, to their attacks. So they're more effective. So in a way, it's like, you know, the transmissible effect of damage. Every damage they were doing, where they were doing a couple extra, it was because of me. And I was like, all right, I can work with this idea. So yeah, so I was doing a lot of damage through other people. So I thought, okay, if I'm not enjoying playing champion, let me try playing a minstrel and see if I can buff people, heal people. That sounds kind of cool. Maybe, you know, maybe that'll give me what I'm looking for. So I tried that for a little bit and I enjoyed it, but it still wasn't quite what I was looking for. And then, yeah, I started playing Hunter, and found that it really clicked for me. It was that glass cannon thing where I'm just like hitting things from a distance. And as long as they couldn't get to me, I would take them out very quickly. And I thought this was great. So I've definitely been enjoying Hunter. Another thing I really love about Hunter are the travel skills. As you get higher through the levels, and later on, once you reach a certain level of your character plus certain reputation, or you have to do a quest with a group with the people of the area, you get a travel skill, and it's not just you. You can also take your fellowship with you. And I was saying earlier about how my preferred play style is really to play with other people. That's really my jam. I really enjoy that. I don't know, community aspect, collective aspect of accomplishing things as a group, and the social aspect of it. I just enjoy all of that. So, so playing a hunter has been great for me because then I can just take our whole group if I want to wherever it is we're going. So I really like that. And I'm enjoying playing the hunter. So that's been nice. People talk about how hunter's a good starter class because, you know, you get the travel skills, so that makes life easier. You get a lot of DPS. Now, hunter's been a little behind on DPS of late. They're planning on doing a rework on it, but they haven't gotten to it yet, which is fine. So I think they just did like a across the board plus 5% damage by all hunters to kind of get us along for a little while. So that's one of the reasons why I was playing the Mariner, is because I was like, well, I don't have any. I was wanting to try out, you know, see how that would go for me, and it was going really well in the early levels. I was doing a lot of damage. I also tried Brawler a little while ago when it first came out, and it too was a lot of fun at the early levels. Very melee oriented, as you may guess, but that was a lot of fun. Okay, so Hunter, Champion, and Bjorn. Bjorn, the Bjornings are really neat. And so when you're working with your character, you have, here, let me pull this up. You have this trait tree panel, and there are 3 different traits. So you've got what people refer to as the blue line, the red line, and the yellow line. Some of the classes, the yellow line has become like not a primary thing. It's kind of like a secondary thing where you can put some points over there, but really you're playing in blue or red. Hunter still has 3 separate distinct lines, and so does Bjorning. And the Bjorning 3 different distinct colors are really interesting. Boring streamers gotta go. Hey, well, it's good to see you. Have a good time. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time. So Bjorning's 3 different things. One is a tank, so it can absorb a lot of damage, but they do a little bit of damage, but they absorb a lot of damage. So that one is great when you're running in a group because they can just like gather everything, and then you get your hunters and everybody else to just stand back there and attack. The red line is your DPS, and they do some great DPS. They do a lot of damage. And the yellow line, is that the healer? Or is that the blue? Must be the yellow. There's one, maybe it's the blue, where they do a great job of healing the fellowship also. Anyway, so their 3 different lines are really interesting. We at one point were running with a group where there was 3 of us, and we were all 3 playing Bjornings, and we were one in each different line, and it was a really balanced group. It was fascinating. So we were running through Moria doing that. So, okay, so Alka says, I love Warrior in WoW. Okay, so maybe before has an idea. The other thing, too, is, yeah, yes, tank Bjorning, healer Bjorning, and DPS Bjorning. Such variety. Hey, it is, though, because you don't have that. Like, there's no hunter healer option. There's not really a hunter tank option. There's, like, hunter that can move around a lot. That's blue. There's hunter that can take things down quickly. That's red. And from a distance, from a little extra distance. Or there's hunter that places a lot of traps and does crowd control. That's yellow. And they're all great. Yes, hunter heal thyself. That's true. There is a hunter skill that, oops, where it gives you some morale as you're using it. That's very handy. But you can only heal yourself. You can't heal others. Hunters can't heal others. Apuku says, never tanked before, but in Angmar, my blue Bjorning is now tanking Storvagan and others. That's awesome. Yeah, we are running with somebody who's over on Treebeard. We're running with somebody who does a lot of Bjorning stuff now. And that was tanking as a Bjorning was a bit new for her also. And so we got to have a lot of fun trying all these different things with her and letting her, you know, get used to how is the most effective way to tank as a Bjorning, and she's gotten really effective at it. I notice when we don't have her with us. It's so I am very grateful for what she does because she's really good at it now, and it's pretty neat. So yeah, a tank Bjorning, man, they're super handy. But if you're running alone, I don't know which one. So here's the fun thing in LOTRO, though, is you're going to start off, if you're playing free to play, which I assume you are, you're going to have 2 character slots to start off with. So you can create 2 different characters right off the bat. Now, you can always delete a character. So if you're like, wow, this really wasn't for me, and I want to try a third thing, you absolutely can. You can delete a character. Now, everything that came with that character is gone, all the things you did, but you can clear out their inventory, and anything that's not bound to them, you can shove off to other characters. So, like if they earned any money or have anything in their inventory, you can sell it all off and send your money to your other characters. So you can still get the benefit of, you know, anything you did with that character in that regard. But like if you have a captain and then you delete your captain, any skills that you earned with that captain, if you start a new captain, you'll have to start all over. They don't transfer over. But yeah, so you'll have 2 character slots. So you can play around. So if you try one thing and you're like, meh, I don't know about this, then you can be like, okay, let me try this other option. So now this character, she's a minstrel. And minstrels are actually quite strong, especially if you can, like, there's a, they have a kind of a sequence of things where you can like start with, B4 is way better at this than I am. You start with like a ballad, and then you go to what's the thing after ballad? That's anthem. Go to an anthem. So here's what I did with my character that I play. I don't play my minstrels very often. And what I do is I let B4 set up my characters when I'm playing a minstrel, and then I just play it. Or I've like said, okay, explain, you know, this. Okay, and so then I just set them up in the right order, and then I just push buttons from then on, and I really don't know what I'm doing. Because I'm not like out on landscape really playing the character. I just need to be able to get through festival, you know. Or if I'm going to do like some little side things, I just need to be able to make it through that. And so I know, do this first, that starts it up. Do this, this is a big thing that explodes and destroys everybody around you, like that kind of stuff. I don't have that set up on this character. So I'm kind of button mashing on with this character, I'm afraid to say. But minstrels are also like, I got to a point where I was trying to do some side quests to earn coins for things, and I was doing it with a minstrel instead of my hunter, because the minstrel was just so much more effective. So if you want something that's going to do a lot of damage, minstrel's the thing. Yeah, so Alka points out that 2 slots is nothing. I agree, but when you're first starting out, it at least gives you the flexibility to be like, you could try A, you could try B. You know what I mean? So there's 3 kinds of accounts in LOTRO. There's free to play, where you can do everything that you have access to for free, but there's some things you don't have access to. And no, I don't know off the top of my head what those are. But in general, you can do like the whole storyline, like the main storyline. You can follow that all the way through. You can go pretty much everywhere. So you can do a lot of stuff on free to play. You're not going to feel very limited there. So that's a good place to start. And then if you're like, yeah, I'm really enjoying this game, you know, I wish I had more character slots, or what are some of the things? Like you want to unlock some things or whatever. Once you spend real world money, so like if you buy some LOTRO points, I think, the LOTRO wiki is really good at pointing out these the differences here. But anyway, once you do that, then you're what's it called? Then you're in a different account that's not free to play. It's not premium. Oh yeah, Alka says, but you should be able to test classes. No, that makes sense. I see what you're saying there. Yeah. Oh, premium is the middle one? Okay. And then there's, no, premium is the highest one. Oh, subscriber. Subscriber is the last one. That's where you're like a monthly subscriber, a yearly, quarterly, VIP. That's how you get to the VIP thing. So I am a subscriber. I pay once a year, and I just have access to VIP stuff the whole year round that way. And that works for me. And that opens up. So once you've purchased something like with real world money, as I mentioned, then you become, I guess premium may be the right thing. That was what I wanted to say, but I didn't think that was right. And then you have like 5 character slots. And that never goes away. Like once you're premium or whatever, you stay that forever. That doesn't backtrack. VIP subscriber, if you stop subscribing, any benefits that you have as a subscriber do tend to backtrack. There's like 1 or 2 things that persist, but the rest of it does back up. So, and I'm way behind on chat. Sorry, let me drop that off. Tell you what, let me go take this quest. Hello. Thank you, Onike. I've been waiting on that. Okay, let's see. And then who left? So boring streamer had to go. So Alka loves Warrior and WoW. Oh, right. There's a lot of ex-WoW people in LOTRO, or, you know, maybe people who still play WoW, but there's definitely a lot of people who've come from WoW in LOTRO. So, you know, you can always go like into world chat and be like, hey, I'm enjoying this about this character, or I'd like to find a character or a class that does this. People will be able to help you out. The problem is, yeah, you have to have already picked a class and be playing a character in order to talk in world chat. So, yeah, I would say try something. But yeah, you'll have to pick one and get started and see how that goes. Yeah, being able to test classes would be kind of cool. Now, there's a lot of videos online, and there's a lot of streamers of LOTRO. So you can not necessarily test it out yourself, but you can see what the playstyle looks like, at least. Yeah, I'm not a big shower of how the skills work on my stream. I'm more a shower of how the social stuff on the side works. That's my jam. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, right, and you're looking for some tracery stuff. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so Apu was talking about needing to get back to the, to get Thunderous Roar cooldown tracery. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so funny thing. So you mentioned, Apu mentions the, after doing the reward track, now you have Ancient Script to go get more traceries to work on your legendary item. I'm also in that same boat on this server in the sense that, you know, I've just started here, right? So we have, now we're starting to get stuff. But it's kind of funny because on the other servers where I've been playing, of course, there's, I end up filling out the legendary item reward track, and then I end up with like boxes and boxes and boxes, and my legendaries are full, and you know, like I'm at max or whatever, and I'm like waiting. I don't, you know, it's like I don't know what to do with all my stuff. Whereas on this server, I'm like, yes, I could use more stuff. So it's kind of funny. All right, we're gonna turn in the quests that I already picked up while I'm waiting for these food buffs to kind of clear a little bit. Attend a performance at the Frostbluff Theater. Oh, that's true. I still need to do that. Let's pop in there and see. I forgot I was going to come back, and I totally forgot to do that, didn't I? Okay, they're just getting started. Oof. I'm going to go drop off a few things, then I'll come back. Hopefully I won't forget this time. All right, so I think what we'll do is I'll finish dropping off the quests that I've finished. We'll do the food table run, but first, do we wait on the theater? I don't know, because, you know, my stuff runs out in 2.5 minutes. Yeah. I think we'll just wait over by Ona K. Do the food tables in like 2.5 minutes. Is everybody waiting? No, they're AFK. I don't know what they've got going on. What are all these people? They don't have food effects on them, which makes me wonder what they're doing. But let's see. That person is not eating. That person is not eating. Interesting. Nobody is down there eating. Where is everybody? Because I don't have a drink. I didn't get a drink. Oh. Going to eat like a pig now. Thanks for the advice. Happy holidays to you in the chat. Well, yeah, good luck. And, you know, feel free to pop in here anytime. We're here on Tuesdays. So, and we'll be here next Tuesday on New Year's Eve. So if you are getting some LOTRO on New Year's Eve and you want to pop in and ask questions, feel free. We are here. We will be here. So have fun. I'm about to eat like a hobbit here in a moment. I'm gonna, after some of these effects start dropping off. Okay, that one's dropping off in 45 seconds. I feel like I'm pushing it, but I kind of want to go ahead and just go. So we're going to do that. And we're going to hope for the best. So, mushrooms, eggs. Uh-oh. Somebody else is eating. Dang it. Bad things happened. I know. I'm a fool. Oh, yummer. All right. Well, you know what? We're taking that drink if I can get to it. We're going to hope for the best. That was not good. All right. No, we are not eating that bread. Holy moly. That's terrible. Oh, here, we'll eat the eggs. If I can get there before... Nope. Oh, no. This might go really badly. I've got 20 seconds left to get 2 things. This is really bad. All right. 15 seconds. Okay. So, I got 10 seconds. All right, we'll turn that in and we'll go to the next table. Oh, but now I'm fighting with that other hobbit. This is bad. Not ideal. Yeah, they're taking the drink, of course. Understandably. Why, who wouldn't? Well, we'll start on this pie. Okay, I'm going to eat these mushrooms instead if I can. Mushroom, mushroom, cocoa pop. And some berries. And these mushrooms will have to be the last thing, because I don't think we're going to get a drink in time. I got 24 seconds. Cool. Yeah, I don't want to be quite so close to that person. But, yeah, I better get going. All right, how are we doing? We have eggs. Cool, they're already moving on. Excellent. Which means they're only going to leave me with a bunch of pies and breads at the bottom, but that's okay. I have managed it before. I just have to be really on top of it. Okay, so that's 4 things. Come on. Aw. Sometimes there's a drink over there, and that's what I was hoping for. No drink. Because that would have been nice. Oh well. All right, so I got 27 seconds. 25. We'll wait just a moment. Okay. Because the other person's probably down to their last things by now. All right, do some eggs. And some mushrooms. At least those are... No, it's disappeared. It's not going to count. Yeah. Oh, so sad when that happens. That was mushrooms, too. All right, well, there's 2 things over there that won't be too bad. So I'll rush over here. And by rush, I mean stagger. Good enough. And we'll eat these berries. And I've got 28 seconds. Oh, boy. Well, we could try and eat the pie and hope for the best. Because I got to be able to talk to this guy. Chomping the pie. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Whoo! I've cut it closer than that before, but I don't like cutting it quite that close. Okay, let's go to the Frostbluff Theater because it should be happening by now. That was another reason why I kind of wanted to push it, but oh boy, that was nerve-wracking. Holy moly. Never thought eating pie would be so nerve-wracking. All right, let's tooltip these folks off. Make it easier for me to find them when I'm trying to find them, like when they're hiding behind a tree. Oh, before we conclude. Oh, well, maybe I've... Oh, no, okay. Valerian rotten fruit, thank you. Hurrah. Yay. Finish that one. Now, the other person is way in the back. I wonder if I can get them. Oh, come on. There we go. Yes. This person, rotten fruit. Okay. Can do. And now Bilbo has an announcement. That's that one. Okay. Rotten fruit. Oh, wrong person. Let me try that one. Okay. And let's go ahead and clear. I got some LOTRO points. I got the next deed for the fruit. Completed a deed. No one will suspect we've disposed of Matt Baggins. Let's see. Frost petals. Flower petals, not frost petals. That'd be funny. Throw snow at somebody, basically. I mean, I know you could throw snowballs, but I mean, like, you know, shower them with snow. That'd be kind of funny. Okay. So, that was the end of that. I just have to wait for it to pop up and say, talk to the announcer. All right, I have attended a performance. It says so. Hooray. So now I can go turn it in. So the problem is if you leave before that pops up, the performance doesn't count for you. You have to be in the room when that comes up. So you can leave and get yourself back in fast enough, but I wouldn't leave that. I wouldn't do that because you might mistime it. So yeah, so the best thing to do is just wait, let it time, and then you're good to go. Okay, so we can talk to Mara and turn this in. Yay. Okay, so where are we at with this character? She has... Oh, we're not going to Trestle Bridge anytime soon. Thank you for that offer, though. Oh, let's go do a horse race, because we haven't done the horse race with her. West Bree, my good lady. Okay, so complete the Spirit of Yule. I'm at 1 out of 3. So I would need to do 2 more days of that to finish the intermediate. Yeah, okay. So we've got some time to go. Well, to everybody there in the chat, I see chat keeps growing there. At least it's showing me folks who are lurking around. So thanks for joining us today. I know some people are busy on this last few weeks of the year. There's often a lot going on. So I'm hoping that, you know, we can make this stream today, and then B4 and I both plan to stream again next Tuesday, which is New Year's Eve. And we hope that our streams can be kind of a nice, quiet, relaxing place to be. Especially in the middle of what can be a kind of a chaotic time of the year. So hopefully everybody is having an awesome day, and the lurking is providing you with some nice low blood pressure, nice calming, relaxing, take a deep breath kind of feeling for you. So Scooterwick Waves, hi! Bill Slosky, when does the event end in LOTRO? Pretty sure it's the 6th. Let me double check this real quick. Yuletide Festival ends, yes, January 6th at 3 a.m. Wait, if that's the event you're talking about. The Yule Festival ends January 6th, so January 5th is your last full day. So make sure you kind of plan that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Sunday, January 5th is going to be your last full day of festival. If you're looking at the VIP bonus that is currently going on, is that this one? Nope. Must be that one. Yeah. If you are a VIP or planning to be one in the next few days, there's currently a VIP event going on where you get plus 100% experience gain on monster kills, crafting, quest completions, legendary item, and mounted combat XP. Your earned crafting experience is increased by 25% and plus 25% mark acquisition. And that's all going on right now through, I just pulled it up, December 30th at 3 a.m. So the 29th, which is also a Sunday, is your last full day of that. So yeah, there's a little bit going on right now. Oh, the curator. Curator's around, and she is around through the 30th, well, till the 30th as well. So through the 29th. All right, let's go ahead and do another pony race because this is good for experience and festival tokens, both of which we are fans of. So I've got my spreadsheet going to keep track of what cosmetics and stuff I have, and some of the housing items. I'm a little bit lax on keeping track of my housing items per server, but I am pretty good at keeping track of the cosmetic items that I have on each server. So I know there's some things I still want to buy on this server, but I'm kind of putting it off a little bit. I got like a couple of things just to go ahead and get me started because, you know, that's important. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I haven't done the Scooby-Doo, the instances. Oh my gosh. All right, I may have to log back in with Rose and Bloom and do that because I think she's the one collecting those festivity tokens right now. It just reminded me because there's some cosmetics that I want to get with festivity tokens, and the only place you get those is from from doing the instances. Oh, here's another one of the milestone skills. This one is the whimsy one. It looks like a weeping willow. Isn't that so cool? I think that's so cool. AG Singer says Merry Christmas Eve. Oh, Merry Christmas Eve to you as well. Yeah, I'm hoping everybody's having a good time. We're on break from our Dutch classes right now, which is nice. Oh, hey. I think you want to give me some housing items. There's no place like home. I will accept your request. Thank you. I gotta talk to the guy in the middle of town. We'll come back to that. So yes, we're on break from Dutch lessons right now, which means I have more time for volunteering, so that's cool. So I was off doing volunteering this morning, which is amusingly another opportunity for me to practice Dutch. So that works out actually really well for me. It was nice though, because I was pretty much always on every other Tuesday morning at the place where I volunteer. But because our Dutch lessons, they changed the date and time of our lessons and put us on Tuesday mornings, unfortunately, for one of our 2 instances of the week. So I've had to give up the volunteering on Tuesday mornings. So it was nice to be there today because I got to see some volunteers that I usually was working with, and it was nice to catch up a little bit. So that was good. Tuesday mornings are also seem to be really busy for some reason. I don't know why, because there's other mornings that are not anywhere near as busy as Tuesday mornings, but Tuesday mornings tend to be kind of busy. So that was really nice to get to see a lot of people and hear a lot of Dutch and all these things. So that was good. All right, so we have done both of the horse races. Yep. We don't have a milestone set to Bree. And we don't have reputation with Men of Bree, so I can't get myself there on my own without paying somebody to send me there right now. Oh, but hey, I'm not far from Mickle Delving. You know what? We could just ride up to Mickle Delving. Because I want free travel. I want to get to the festival. I want to leave my character at the festival, so that way the next time I log in with her, she's ready to pick up the wrapper quest and get going. And also, like I said, I'm kind of waiting towards the end of the festival, but I'm kind of tracking like how many tokens I've got. So like, that's the other thing is I'm kind of like just stockpiling tokens a little bit right now. So she's got 226. So then I can be like, okay, this character has a bunch. She can do this, you know, and buy the stuff that I want. And then there's things that are account bound, and that's why I can use like all my alts here for. But then the stuff that's character bound, I want to leave as many tokens on my main character as possible so she can buy like all the mounts and things like that, which I haven't done yet with her. She's still behind on getting every one of the mounts. So, because I think there's like 5 of them right now that are available for festival tokens, so that's really nice. Actually, we can pop over there and take a quick look. I will show you. And I think I might switch back to to Rosenbloom real quick. This is Adamantia here. Oh right, we're traveling north. Well, because Winterhome is located somewhere, but it's an instance, so it's not actually on landscape, so we don't know exactly where we are in the world here. We got a horse guy. Oh, excuse me. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mounts available for festival tokens right now, and so those are bound to character when you purchase them. They just go automatically right into your collections panel. So those, I need to make sure that I have enough tokens on my main character for her to be able to buy what she wants, which is all of them. So let me switch back over to her and we'll do the instance. And that way we can get some more festivity tokens because those are going to be needed during this festival for me to get the cosmetics that are only available during the Yule Festival. And those, you don't have to do it all on one character. And in fact, I might swap around. We'll see. We'll see. But I definitely want to do it on Rose because I started doing it with her. And so she has, I think, like 20 tokens. You can only hold a max of 40. So it's not like there's a lot. But the other nice thing about the about doing the instance is there's a daily quest. And it also gives you festival tokens and legendary item experience. So that'll be nice to accomplish that. So I think what we'll do is we'll do the instance and then that'll be, well, I'm already over 2 hours. So once we're done with that, then I will wrap up my stream and we'll turn everything over to B4, who will be doing his stream, Plugging Along, where he talks about LOTRO plugins. So also a very chill stream there also. So hopefully that sounds good to you. I will tell you that there's like, you know, he gets into the nitty gritty of the coding and he'll have spreadsheets up on the stream and stuff like that. But you don't have to know any of that to enjoy his stream. I still enjoy it. I have a good time. Oh yeah, so here's for being a green hand. So I currently have 20 tokens and the outfit pieces that I want to get are these down here. So the knitted Frostbluff mitts of comfort, the knitted Frostbluff tunic of snowball resistance, and probably the knitted cozy Frostbluff cap, although I am less worried about that in particular. It's really the tunic and the gloves that I got to make sure to get because I do enjoy putting those on my characters. So we're going to pop into the instance real quick. Oops, not that way. We're not here. And then we go to Instance Finder. And then we go to Seasonal, Yule Battle at Frostbluff. I'm going to drop this down to level 10 because I want to zoom through it. So we'll travel now and off we go. Now there are, well, first let's just get started here. So Battle of Frostbluff, yes. And he also has a daily quest. So you want to make sure you pick that up before you run in. And then talk to the chicken and the woman with the chicken, or the child with the chicken. And then pick a Frostbluff king or queen. I guess they all consider themselves kings for this. And then start shooting at things. Oh no, those are not just snowmen. They're grims. It's a grim. Now, you can do this on as a one person. You can do it as a duo, as a trio, or as a 6-person. Solo, and we just went over this last week. 136? Okay, so, oh, is it done? Is it ready for me? No, there's one more. You can do it as a solo and get festivity tokens. There's a chest that you get at the end. And you can do it as a trio size, a 3-person size, and the chest will be there for you. And you can do it as a 6-player size, and there will be a chest for you. Each of those are distinct chests, so you can, in theory, run this 3 times a day with one character, and get 5 festivity tokens each one of those times. But each one of those then has its own unique lock, so you can't just run the 1-player size over and over again. You won't get any more festivity tokens until that resets the next day. But yes, but there are 3 different chest sizes for this instance. So if you are like trying to get a bunch of festivity tokens, in theory you can get like 15 in a day. Now, I am not necessarily a fan of running the 6 by myself. 6-player size, even at level 10, it multiplies how much stuff there is, and it takes a while to get through it all. But I don't mind doing like a 1 and a 3. That's not so bad. There's an encounter, and we could go after it, but it doesn't progress the deed if we're doing it at such a low level compared to our actual level. We're level 53, this character is. So taking out the encounter will do, will not help us, it will not benefit us in any way. I don't even think there's like task items or anything like that that you get off of these. It's, yeah, it's pretty empty. So, all right, so but basically what I'm doing is I'm going to 3 different locations here out in the fields, because we are actually in Frostbluff area, and dealing with the cold that has come down and is preventing the children from having their fun at these fortresses that they have set up. So we are getting rid of the cold grim and the cold wisp. What else have we got here? That's another cold wisp. We have a haunting cold, which, by the way, I just adore that haunting cold. I wish I could like get one of those as a housing item or as a cosmetic pet or something. I just think they're really cool. Maybe I should put something in the forums about that. Because the folks at LOTRO are off, you know, periodically they are like looking for ideas and out of things they have already created in the game, out of assets they already have, as they call them. And so to say like, hey, it'd be really cool to have this that you've already created and have it in some other form. Wouldn't that be cool? That might be something that they would do. I know at one point Scenario, who's one of the SSG developers, who does a lot with the housing and landscape development, and he was talking about at one point they were looking at things they had created in the game, you know, so like the snowman or like this chunky piece of thing here or something like that, and you know, what would players want as housing items, you know, because they can't make everything, but yeah, they were looking at like, well, what can we do of things that we already have the players would really like to see. And so they had like a whole forum thread going on about it. Oh, we already took it out. Okay. Woohoo, go us. All right. Doop-a-doo. So again, make sure you grab this frosted chest before you go. That's where your festivity tokens are located. Walk. We are the Frostbluff Kings. Yay. And there we go. Bum, 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 bum. So now I have 5 more tokens to spend with Verbena Greenhand. The other thing, another reason why I want to get so many tokens with this character too, though, is because I wanted to buy like the Tome of the Snowy Evening Pig or the Tome of the Yule Princess Bunny. That one's really super cute. Verbena also has the Snow Strider's Woven Deer, which is a housing item, and it's really pretty. It's like a like wicker, like made out of wicker. It's kind of small, but it's a really cute yard item. I like it. So yeah. So those are, I have a wish list, let's just say, out of the things that I want to get from her. Oh, and the Tome of the Snow Not So Grim. That one's really good. And I almost forgot about the Carrot Nose. Look at that. Isn't that great? Gotta love that. I may have to acquire that. Now, Storvagun's boots. They look like that. They could possibly be good for Winterhome. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So if you have any last minute questions, drop that into the chat. But otherwise, we will be doing kind of a similar thing next week as this week. So right now, I was streaming starting at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, but that is like 5:30 our time. And next week is New Year's Eve, the 31st. This is the next Tuesday. Excuse me. And so we're planning to go ahead and stream because we didn't actually. We're gonna stay home, and we're not having people over at this point. If anything changes, I'll let y'all know. I've taken to posting on Blue Sky when there's any streaming changes or just general streaming information. Like I posted on there today saying, hey, we're going to do Yule Festival. So you can follow me over there. It's, what is my handle? Like Life Beyond the Shire. It's probably Beyond Shire, I think is what it is. Over on Blue Sky. What was I going to say? So anyway, so yes, we're planning on streaming next Tuesday, same time, same bat station. The only thing is we're in the Netherlands and the Dutch are pretty crazy about their fireworks. So at midnight here on the 31st of December, it will start and it will be extremely loud, like to the point where I will have my noise canceling headphones on indoors. And we're going to like close all the curtains and do as much sound buffering as we can because our poor cats. So that starts at midnight, but people buy a lot of fireworks and tend to let them off before midnight. And we especially have some neighbors that are really into it. So depending on when they get started, things may get a little bit loud and it may not be easy for you all to hear us during a stream with a lot of fireworks going on. So it'll mainly affect B4 because I'll be done about this time next Tuesday also. But then the fireworks will probably start kicking on, I'm going to guess around 8 o'clock at night, which, would be soon next week. So we'll see. But definitely I'll plan to stream. And then before, I think at this point, his plan is to stream until he is unable to due to the noise. So, excuse me. So if there's anybody else out there who is looking for something to do on New Year's Eve, for a lot of you in the US, that would be New Year's Eve daytime. But if you just want to hang out and maybe put us on the background, if whatever makes you happy. But we'll be here hanging out with you guys and hoping to help keep your holiday season as calm and relaxing and enjoyable as possible. So, all right, everybody. Apu, thank you. This is what a delightful stream. Yet again, have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. You as well, everybody. Have a fantastic set of holidays, whichever holidays you are partaking of, enjoying, avoiding, all of the above. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and stick around for B4 coming up with his stream Plugging Along. Have a great time, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.